I feel like that painting is a reminder of how much a coward I can be when it comes to art making.
My mantra this year is I ain't no coward because I tend to avoid taking actions toward the experiences that I strive to have because it makes me uncomfortable. This tendency bleeds into all other aspects of my life outside of art. I would like to be a journalist, but I feel safer in the office. I would like to go running, but only if I have a running partner. This is not about taking actions for the sake of getting out of your comfort zone. Instead, it is about making the uncomfortable efforts towards what you strive for. For a whole year, I relentlessly worked on a painting I started 3 years ago. I worked on it each month thinking that I could revive it. Instead of reviving the painting, all I did was add more layers of paint until the painting lost its meaning. It was no longer a painting. Instead, it was merely a composition filled with objects that lost their connection to each other. Of course, I wanted to keep painting it. The layers were intricate and impressionistic and beautiful. But they created a still, motionless, and lifeless image. It was the latest major painting I worked on until I started the Love Brain. Creating a new composition was intimidating because it's been years since I've dedicated myself to planning for a painting. Because I rarely practice planning compositions, I consider myself a beginner artist. Let's unpack that. First, a composition is the arrangement of objects and visual elements of your artwork. Why does planning a composition matter for the artist? It matters because it provides the artist with the challenge of translating an idea into visual vocabulary. Where should I place my audience? If they were in the painting, where would they be looking from? What kind of colors should I use to convey mood? I want to retain my privacy, but I still want to communicate to my audience. How can I use symbolism to express myself? The process of asking yourself these kinds of questions is a process of asking yourself how you can translate your idea into visual vocabulary. What should we call this process? Thoughtful thinking. The slow process of dedicating yourself to a matter of interest. Here, we are interested in constructing a composition. The slow process of thinking in general is challenging because it pushes us to be more diligent than we are. Writing this was hard because I had to retrieve my fleeting thoughts about this topic and construct a composition of words that truly convey what I think. The muscle that we use to carefully think is the same one that we use when we make art. When we make art, we are simultaneously making decisions. Mixing colors can become instinctive, and the way we press the brush against the canvas, second nature. But the most challenging decision we can make is the decision that takes the longest time to arrive at. To me, that decision is the composition. I first define composition as the arrangement of objects and visual elements of the artwork. If a composition is simply an arrangement of things, could I just bundle together objects as if I were assembling a still life and call it a day? No. Once we engage with the slow process of thinking to construct a composition is no longer just an arrangement, but a fleeting scene captured onto a canvas, playing and looping for our audience like a 20-second movie clip. I struggle with composition because I rarely engage with thoughtful thinking. The slow process in which I find the story I want to tell, consider its importance to me, and translate it into visual vocabulary. I am a beginner artist because this is like the third occasion in which I practice thoughtful thinking. I believe that I can become a stronger artist by critically examining myself to extract a part of me that I am willing to share. Hi everyone, I'm so glad you can join me today. It's currently 5:49 a.m. because I refuse to film myself talking with relatives around, so I woke up this early just to film myself talking. I'm probably talking like this to avoid being heard, even though this video is about finding the courage to do the things that you want to do. However, my silence did give me the opportunity to take this noteworthy picture. I was just thinking about the meaning of confidence versus the meaning of courage, and I was thinking about how I want to explore journalism because it is my minor. I study politics and government in school, but I say political science at school. Political science is such a better word because it literally just means the study of politics. I want to practice journalism more seriously. I really want to be pushed into situations that I normally don't want to be in, and that's like talking to strangers and being kind of aggressive and headstrong to attain the information that you want, because as a journalist, it's a necessity to attain information and try to get there no matter what. Maybe, I don't know. What does confidence mean? Utilizing Oxford languages, I will be giving the individual level definition of confidence. Confidence is the feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. I do not think confidence is a helpful feeling to have. That is because confidence is fleeting. There will always be something difficult, something that we feel inadequate in, because being an artist is equivalent to being a lifelong student. As we make more art and mature as artists, we will take note of new challenges. These challenges can and do make us feel uncomfortable and uncertain about our capabilities. Therefore, it is not useful for artists to rely on confidence to go into art making. Instead, we should practice being courageous. The quality of confronting uncertainty with confidence, not in our capabilities, but in the fact that the confrontation will reveal a new path for us. I will not let the same discomfort that I feel and other aspects of my life discourage me from pursuing the art that I strive for, because I ain't no